Hi everybody, Laura here for Pinkfresh Studio. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a couple of fun projects to share with you that feature the layered script words stamp set, which also has a coordinating die set. So here's the layered script word stamp set. She's a large one and it has a lot of fun sentiments in it. This is like a multi-step stamping stamp set that gives you colorful sentiments when you line them up. There's also on the back of the packaging shows you what they should look like, as well as the coordinating die set. So I'm going to start by stamping the congrats sentiment, which you can see here that there's a G1, G2, G3. If you put all those together, those go with the congrats. The hello has the F1, F2, F3. Put those together for a colorful hello sentiment. And they're all lettered and numbered like that, so you know which stamps go with which sentiment. I'm going to start with congrats. I'm inking it up with Aquamarine Pinkfresh Studio ink. I'm going to show you a couple tips that I learned along the way through trial and error that helped me to line up these stamps. So here is the secret weapon. Are you ready for it? It's a sheet of acetate. Any acetate will do. I actually pulled this off of a back of a stamp set. So it's nice and flimsy, which is what you need. You just need some acetate. And I'm using the second stamp in the congrats set. There's 3 for each sentiment. And I'm stamping with VersaFine Onyx Black ink. The color doesn't matter. I just used black so you could see it. I stamped it on the acetate. Now I can move that acetate around until I get it lined up perfectly with the congrats. I hold it down with the magnet and then I take that stamp and try to place it right over top of that black ink. Now, if you're not 100% sure if you really got it lined up perfectly, do a trial run on top of the acetate. That's what I'm doing here. This is a trial run to see if I got it lined up, which I did. Now, don't be fooled because I'm showing you the success story, but believe you me, I had plenty of blunders and mistakes. So don't grow weary, get discouraged, or lose heart if it doesn't happen for you on the first, second, or even third try, because I did several of these, especially before I broke out the acetate, and I was getting so frustrated trying to line these up, and the acetate helped me so much. So I stamped that second layer with Tidal Pond, which is a dark teal. Now that goes in the acetate for the third layer that goes with the congrats. I'm stamping it again with black ink just to show you, so then I can zoom in and shimmy that acetate around until I get it lined up just so. Hold it down with the magnet, get over top of it, and line up that stamp over the black ink. And then always do a trial run on top of the acetate. It's worth it. I know it's a lot of extra steps, but the trial run is worth it. Then you remove the acetate. I'm stamping that final layer with Ocean Breeze, which is a very light aqua. So you can do a lot of different color combinations. I just kind of did an aqua tealy one here. So there's 3 colors. It's almost like ribbons all flowing together in this scripty sentiment. Now I'm going to move on to the hello. I'm stamping the first layer with Apricot. So as you can see, the acetate really is the secret weapon. I don't know how people are doing it without. I tried before. I was eyeballing it and I got it wrong every time. So now I'm putting in the acetate to do that second hello, which I stamp with black ink. And then I take that acetate and I line it up exactly where it needs to go on the hello. That rhymes. Okay, then I get over top of it and place that stamp right onto the black ink. I went ahead and did a trial error off camera, so I'm trying to speed this up so this video isn't 5 hours long. But there's the second shade coming in. Now I'm going in with the third layer of the hello, stamping it with black onto the acetate. Then I shimmy it around until I get it lined up, right? And then I place the stamp over the black ink. I don't show the trial run. My last layer, I started with Peach Fuzz, but then I realized that just didn't have enough oomph for me. So then I came in with Sparkling Rose, and that just did the trick. You never know until you know. You know what I mean? You got to just fake it until you make it. So there you have the tri-toned hello. It's very colorful. It's a layered, scripty word. Now here's the coordinating dies, which are solid, so you can't really see to get perfect placement. So I die cut it first out of some scratch paper. Then I lay it over, which helps you to line up that word die perfectly. So I die cut both the congrats and the hello, and each one of the words also has kind of an outline shadow die, which I did out of some fog, a very light gray. and I'll layer these two together. I actually pop it up because dimension is life. So I pop up the congrats and pop up the hello over the gray, and then I'll turn both of these colorful sentiments into cards. Okay, for my first card, I'm using this beautiful nested diamond stamp set. It's foam mounted red rubber. I place that smallest diamond right in the center of my panel of Nina Solar White cardstock. I ink it up with coral reef. I stamp it right in the center of the panel. Then I take the next diamond and I snug it right on there. Remove the inner one, ink it up with apricot. And the red rubber stamps like butter. I love stamping with red rubber. And you don't need your Misty foam pad for these because these are already mounted on foam. They're real thick red rubber mounted on foam stamps. And then I stamp the next layer in yellow. And then the next, we see where I'm going. I'm kind of going in a very bright, vibrant rainbow order. I'm almost getting kind of a citrusy tropical vibe with this. I don't know, something about it feels citrusy. And then I go one more with the diamond on the outer with a dark, I think that's Tidal Pond actually. And I'll trim that down. Now here's where I amp it up. I take a ruler and my craft knife and I cut right along the inner yellow diamond. And I pop that out. So this is just going to give it a bit of interest because you know how I feel about dimension. I think I say it every video, dimension is life. Okay, I tape down the inner diamond. I tape it straight onto my white card base. Then I pop up the outer diamond panel. So there you have that reverse dimension. Then I pop up the congrats right in the center. You don't need much else, but I added a few of these delicious, what are these called? Jewels? Gems? These are Pinkfresh Studio. They're so good you just want to eat them, but you can't. Okay, for the next card, I'm using one of my favorites, the Pop Out Sunburst. Here's how I center it. I put that circle right in the center, and then I pop down the rest. Now I know it's centered on my panel. Flip down the lid. And then when I open it up, the stamp set is ready to stamp. It's centered. I'm taking out a few of the rays. I actually stamp every third ray. The last card I used with this stamp set, I stamped each ray a different color, which was beautiful, but it took a lot of time. This technique here goes a lot quicker because I'm only using 3 colors. I stamp a bunch of rays at one time with that sparkling rose. And then I take out those rays and put in new rays. And then I stamp this portion of rays with Ballet slippers, which is a very light pink. So you only have to stamp 3 times to get the entire sunburst effect. And I love these colors together. I mean, that sparkling rose is one of my favorite colors. It's so bright, bubblegum, love ya color. And then this last grouping of rays, I stamp with peach fuzz, which is a very soft peach color. And there you have that whole sunburst panel ready to go. I'll trim it out, and then I'm taking a circle die, which is from the Inverted Stitched Scallops Circle die set. And I just used the basic circle die to make a window opening to frame my hello sentiment. I did add a few of these gorgeous, I don't know if they're called gemstones or jewels. And then I went ahead and embossed a coordinating sentiment from the Simply Sentiments Hello stamp set. I embossed it in white onto black, and this card says, "Hello, birthday girl." And then we have the colorful congrats card, and these 2 cards are finished. I hope that my tips help you to line up those sentiments in the layered script words stamp set. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
Join the Pinkfresh community today and subscribe to our channel as we make beautiful creations together.